Animal Farm by George Orwell. The windmill lay in ruins again, its stones scattered like the bones of some great beast across the frost-hardened earth. Old Major's skull, long since picked clean by crows, had been mounted on a pike above the barn door, but even that had cracked in the winter gales. Snowball's name had been scratched from every surface, replaced by the single word Napoleon in letters taller than a pig's shoulder. The animals gathered in the yard, breath steaming, as the pigs emerged from the farmhouse. Warm, well-fed, their trotters shod in stolen leather. It had not always been thus. 3 nights after the rebellion, when Mr. Jones was still nursing his hangover in the Red Lion, old Major called them all to the big barn. The old boar's voice, though cracked with age, carried the weight of a lifetime spent watching humans squander the earth. "Comrades," he said, "you have seen the whip, the spur, the yoke. You have seen your foals taken, your milk stolen, your eggs smashed. All this is the work of man, the only creature that consumes without producing." His eyes, small and red in the lantern light, swept the rows of faces. The patient cart horses, the nervous hens, the sly cats, the stupid sheep. Remove man from the scene, and the root cause of hunger and overwork is abolished forever. He taught them a song that night, Beasts of England, its tune rising like a hymn above the rustle of straw. When he died 3 days later, the animals buried him beneath the orchard and swore to carry his dream forward. The pigs, being the cleverest, took charge of the planning. Snowball, with his quick speech and brighter eye, drew diagrams in the dust. Napoleon, heavier, silent, watched from the shadows. Squealer, small and round, practiced turning phrases until they glittered. The rebellion itself was almost an accident. Jones, drunk again, forgot to feed them. The cows lowed until their udders ached. The horses kicked down their stalls. Boxer, the massive cart horse, put his shoulder to the farmhouse door and splintered it like kindling. Jones fired his gun once, grazing Muriel the goat, then fled into the night with his men. By morning the farm was theirs. They burned the whips, the nose rings, the reins. Snowball painted over the signboard. Manor Farm became Animal Farm. They voted on the 7 commandments and painted them in white on the barn wall. Whatever goes upon 2 legs is an enemy. Whatever goes upon 4 legs or has wings is a friend. No animal shall wear clothes. No animal shall sleep in a bed. No animal shall drink alcohol. No animal shall kill any other animal. All animals are equal. The first summer was golden. Harvest came in faster than under Jones. Every animal worked according to his capacity, ate according to his need. The pigs did no field work, but supervised, claiming their minds were needed for organization. Snowball formed committees, the Egg Production Committee, the Clean Tails League. Napoleon took 9 puppies from their mothers and raised them in the loft, saying they would be the farm's future guard. Then came the windmill. Snowball sketched on the floor of the barn, a tower to grind corn, generate electricity, ease their labor. In a year, he promised, we will work 3 days a week. The animals cheered. Napoleon said nothing, only stared at the plans with flat black eyes. At the next meeting, he whistled. The 9 dogs, now grown, sleek, silent, leapt from the shadows and drove Snowball through the gate. He vanished into the hedges, bleeding from a torn ear. Napoleon announced that the windmill had been his idea all along. Snowball, he said, had stolen the plans from his desk. Work began at dawn and ended at dusk. Boxer took the heaviest stones, repeating his new maxim, "I will work harder." The pigs moved into the farmhouse, claiming they needed quiet for planning. Squealer explained that the milk and apples, previously shared, contained substances absolutely necessary to the well-being of a pig. The animals accepted this. The pigs looked healthier every day. Winter bit hard. Food ran short. Napoleon traded with neighboring farms. First eggs, then apples, then a clutch of hens who were forced to surrender their eggs, and then themselves when they protested. The hens were locked in the coop without food until 5 died. Squealer read the revised commandment. "And no animal shall kill any other animal without cause." The animals blinked, uncertain when the last 2 words had appeared. The windmill rose slowly. Then one November night, a storm tore it down. Napoleon blamed Snowball, claiming he had crept back under cover of darkness. The dogs growled at any animal who questioned this. Work doubled. Rations shrank. Boxer's hooves split. He wrapped them in sacking and pulled harder. Spring brought a new trade. Napoleon sold a stack of timber to Mr. Pilkington of Foxwood, then to Mr. Frederick of Pinchfield, taking both men's money. Frederick paid in counterfeit notes. His men attacked the farm with guns and dynamite. They blew up the half-rebuilt windmill. In the battle, the animals fought with desperate courage. Boxer cracked a man's skull with one blow, but 3 sheep died, and the windmill was rubble again. They rebuilt. The pigs drank whiskey in the evenings, medicinal, Squealer said, for their delicate stomachs. The commandment now read, "No animal shall drink alcohol to excess." Boxer, coughing blood into the straw, hauled the last stone into place. "I will work harder," he whispered and collapsed. A van arrived to take him to the vet. Clover the mare, who could read a little, saw the side. Alfred Simmons, horse slaughterer and glue boiler. She screamed. Squealer explained that the vet had bought the van secondhand. Boxer had died happy, murmuring, "Napoleon is always right." The pigs bought another case of whiskey with the knacker's money. Years passed. The windmill turned, grinding corn for sale, not for the animals. The farmhouse windows glowed at night. Music drifted across the yard. The pigs walked on hind legs, clumsy at first, then practiced. The sheep bleated a new slogan, "For legs good, 2 legs better." The commandments dwindled to one. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. One evening, the animals peered through the dining room window. The pigs sat at table with men from both neighboring farms. Pilkington, Frederick, others. Cards and whiskey passed between them. Napoleon wore an old suit of Jones's. He raised his glass. "Gentlemen," he said in a voice almost human, "to the prosperity of Animal Farm." The men toasted the pigs. The pigs toasted the men. Outside, the animals looked from pig to man to pig to man again, but already it was impossible to say which was which. The barn stood empty. The skull of old Major had crumbled to dust. Beasts of England was forbidden. A new song praised Comrade Napoleon. The name on the gate read Manor Farm once more. The windmill turned and the whip cracked, and the animals bent their backs beneath the same old yoke, dreaming dimly a song they could no longer remember.